everyone, it's Adam here. Whew, we're finally out here. Never thought I was coming. Well, let me tell you where here is. We are in Harriman State Park in New York, right now on the Appalachian Trail. So we are we parked right off of 87, Route 87, I think, the New York Thruway, and we're headed up here. We're going to be seeing the lemon squeezer. I've always wanted to check that out, and for this trip, I originally planned on being out here for 3 days, but I had some business issues I had to take care of yesterday. I took Friday off of work, so I was only able to do an overnight. So my original plan was a 22-mile loop, but since I'm only out here for 2 days, I'm going to shorten that up quite a bit. I don't exactly know where I'm going. It's probably about 7:30 in the morning right now. I left the house about 5:45. Only takes, took an hour and a half to get out here, so not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna go check out some sights, check out some sounds, and hopefully have a really good time. So let's continue on our way, and we'll bring you back when there's something cool. This is kind of a view. And now we got some wind, of course. Alright, let's keep going. This is called Island Pond. And I'm assuming it's because of that little island right there. Pretty neat looking place. We got some people camping right down there. Although you're not supposed to. But let's keep going. Well, here it is, boys and girls. The lemon squeezer. I haven't even walked up to it yet. Let's see what we're in for. Hold on. Let me grab the camera. Sorry about the jostling. Okay. Let's see. Alright, now the video probably doesn't do it justice, but this is pretty darn narrow. I honestly don't know if I'm going to get through it. I'm going to have to take my pack off. Holy crap. Ow. This is kind of difficult. Alright. I should have stowed my poles in my pack. Let's see here. Come on. Alright, I got my pack off and my poles stowed right now. So this might get a little shaky, but it is what it is. Oh, I'm climbing, carrying my pack and holding the camera, so it's not too pretty. So like I said, I'm sorry about the jostling, but I'm just gonna shimmy my way here. Oh God. Oh, there you go. Alright. Oh. And that, my friends, is the lemon squeezer. Alright, this is right after the lemon squeeze. Now, as you can see, the sign right there says the easy way. That must be the hard way. I don't know if you can tell, but that's probably about a 30-foot straight up climb. But like usual, you know me, I have to do that. All right, here we go. Alright, this is one of those scenarios, after assessing the situation, and obviously me being out here by myself, it's quite dangerous. I don't want to take the risk of falling. I've only been out here for a couple hours, and I still have 2 days to go, so we'll skimp out on the easy way, and go around it. This is pretty neat. Alright, we're at the sign here. Lots of different directions you could go here. Mount Katahdin, Maine, 793 miles. Springer Mountain, Georgia, 1,365. Lemon Squeezer, 0.6. That's where we just were. But we're going to continue. We're going to go on the long path, because I want to do the long path. And I believe we're going to Arden Valley Road. Alright. We're continuing down the Vermont Long Trail. New York long path, and I've only been on for maybe a half a mile, and it's actually pretty nice. I'm enjoying it. It's kind of like rolling hills. As you can see, there's like a little boggy area here that we're going past. But one thing I wanted to talk about is kind of got me thinking a little bit. I met up with a group of Asian guys. They older gentlemen. They I think there were 6 of them, and stopped at the trail junction and chatted for a little while. And 2 things. One, they were amazed that I would drive as far as I did to hike a trail. Now, I only drove about an hour and a half this morning. I didn't think that was bad, considering some places I want to go and have gone in the past. And 2, they were amazed because they said that they've never met an actual hiker before. Oop. And it got me thinking, what's an actual hiker? Somebody that hikes? I don't know. Unless they were assuming backpacker, but I mean, it's the Appalachian Trail. There's tons of backpackers, but I don't know. I found that curious, and I thought to myself, I was like, what is an actual hiker? I mean, I consider myself completely inexperienced. Yeah, I've done trails and stuff like that, but if you ask me for advice, I try to steer you in the right direction, but I'm not saying that my way is the right way. Yeah. Just something to ponder as I keep hiking on the trail here. Take a look at this shelter. This is an unmaintained shelter on the long path. Pretty cool, I think. The only thing is it's all metal. Can you imagine this thing in a rainstorm? Holy cow. Yeah, that wouldn't be too good. Somebody left their clothes. butane gas. Of course, you know, people can't friggin' take their garbage out. Oh, there's some paper. Unless that's stuff for starting a fire. There's a, looks like an old picture. Pretty nifty. I saw this, if this is the same shelter, in a video before, so pretty neat to be here now. Well, I'm going to take a couple minute break, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. Oh, just boiling some water here. I'm going to have chili mac and beef. Hopefully you can hear this with the way the wind is blowing. But I'm getting there. So I'm doing the yeah, I've seen people do it, so I figure I might as well do it. Is take your socks off and let your feet dry out. And I got my smart wools right here. I'm debating whether I want to put them back on or swap them out for another pair, which they're not that wet. They're a little damp, but you know, in 20 minutes with the sun here, they should dry out, I would think. So that'd be good. I also got my shoes over here on the windward side of the rock, so that way it will dry them out also. So, alright, gonna sit here, enjoy my lunch, and talk to you later on. Now, so far I'm liking this park. The trails aren't too bad. Not any like huge, steep, rigorous climbs or anything like that, but you know, it's strenuous, but not terrible. But one thing I'm noticing is that no matter where I've been so far in this park, I have constant road noise. Now one, this is like the first nice weekend that we've had this, if you want to call it spring. So everybody's out in their cars and bikes and stuff like that. But, like I said, you go out to the Loyal side, even the Pincho Trail. You get out there, you can't hear anything. Except, you know, obviously wildlife and stuff like that. But here, it's just a constant background noise of road noise. So, we'll see if that continues as we go along here. So, but I'm actually hoping that I get on a peak to where I could see maybe the New York City skyline, considering that we are only, what, 30 miles away? Look at this. That's neat. Look at that tree. It's hanging. Look how big it is. That's crazy. I definitely won't be hanging near there. Alright, we'll get back to you later. Looks like we're at one of those iron mines right here. You see the big cut? And you can see the tailing piles of all the rock that they removed. Right there. So pretty neat. Well, New York has some rocks, but they're definitely not as bad as Pennsylvania rocks. Got a nice little boulder pile there. If you wanted to go rock hopping, you could. Oh. Well, I'm just over 13 miles for the day, and I'm starting to crash a little bit. So I stopped. I ate a power bar, or a Cliff Bar. Ate a Cliff Bar and drank a bunch of water, so hopefully that starts kicking in. I'm coming up to a lake. Should be maybe about a half mile away, maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna stop there, sit, relax for a few, take a look at my map and see exactly where I'm at and where I would want to continue to. I'm down to my last bottle, well, half a bottle of water, so I have to think about filling back up here shortly, because I don't know how the water is we can look at the map, but I don't know how the water is as we come along. As we get towards the shelter where I originally wanted to go. But like I said, I don't know if I'm going to make it there or not. We'll see. We'll just stop, take a look at the map, and go from there. Sorry about the wind, but there's not much I can do about it. Anyway, this must be a real popular trail because I've been on this trail maybe 2/10 of a mile, and I've already seen more people than I have all day. Have you ever seen that meme on Facebook that says, hey guy with hydration bladder, 2 hiking poles, and something or other, take it easy. My daughter's walked this trail in Crocs holding a naked Barbie. I kind of feel like that guy because everyone that I've seen on this trail so far, and I've only been on this trail for maybe a quarter mile now, everyone I've seen is wearing like dress clothes, flip-flops, stuff like that. So we must be close to a parking area or something, but I'm hoping to get out of here because, like I said, I've seen more people in the past quarter mile than I have all day. Pretty crazy. It's pretty funny. And you can tell that they're not, you're just going out for a day walk. They're not backpacking or hikers or anything like that. Which gets back to the point of the Chinese guys saying that they never met a real hiker. I could maybe relate to what they're saying, I'm not sure. So, alright, let's keep going. Enough rambling here. Well, got about 1.5 miles to camp. Yeah, I'm feeling it a little bit. I'm definitely slowing down, but luckily it's only about 4:30, so we have plenty of time to get there. I may actually, you know what, here's a log right here. I'm gonna sit for a few minutes and relax. Oh man, just get the weight off my feet. Well, it is crowded here. Looks like we have a Boy Scout troop. But I have a feeling it's going to be interesting, so I'm staying. Well, this is home for tonight. Not the greatest, but it'll work. Not level whatsoever, but you'll have that. I got the Hammock Gear 20 with me and the Local Libre top coat. Just went lay down for a little bit and relaxed. I'm just looking around and I come over here and I find a whole nother campsite. Geez, if I saw this I would have set up over here instead of where I'm at. But it'll work. It'll work where I'm at. So there's a rock ledge up here. I'm gonna climb up there and check it out. So, there's probably about, I'm gonna say, between 15 and 18 Boy Scouts here. So they're all rambunctious and everything like that. And honestly, I don't mind. I was in Boy Scouts. I know how it is. And there's a lot worse stuff they could be doing. They could be home, playing video games or something like that. So it does not bother me one bit that they're here, that they're being loud. That's what I brought earbuds for, so I can listen to my audiobook and go to sleep. So beautiful sunrise. I slept like a baby last night. I only woke up once. I fell asleep around 8:30. It was great. Hey everyone, how we doing this morning? Oh man, I slept like a rock. I feel like $1,000,000 this morning. Well, maybe $999,999, but you know how it goes. Ooh, I actually shot this video yesterday. I just kicked out a whole herd of deer down here. But it was so windy that I don't think I'd be able to use any of the footage. So This is like a high spot right off of the campsite. It's pretty sweet. Alright, this is what I was looking for. It's a USGS survey marker. I think it says the elevation is 1,904 feet. I can't really tell because it's been, stomped on and chiseled on and stuff like that. But that's pretty cool to come across them in the middle of a spanse like this, But here, something else. Take a look at that sunrise. It's about, I'd say, getting closer to 7 o'clock right now. I'll be hitting the trail shortly. But already the wind is starting to come up a little bit. But I slept great. It got down to 34, I think, last night. I think that's what my thermometer said. But I'm gonna put my coffee down. Take a look at this. If you, right out there, you can see the Catskills from here. Boom. Look how they pop up. That's like up where Slide Mountain is, Phoenicia, New York, Denning, Peak of Moose Mountain, Table Mountain. I know the focus is kind of going on the camera, but there. Look at that. Is that neat or what? Never thought you could. I never even figured that you could see it from here, but there they are. And of course, you guys were with me when I hiked those. Pretty neat. That's pretty far away. I'm gonna go back, finish packing. I got all my quilts packed, my tarp put away. All I gotta do is put my hammock away, pack my bag, and hit the trail. Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna pull the map out and show you guys where we're going and what we did so far. I was supposed to do that yesterday, but I just got too wound up into things and I was quite tired. As soon as the sun went down, I was out. Now the Boy Scouts, they invited me over for a campfire and stuff like that, but I told them I turned them down. I was like, nah, I'm going to bed. And they're like, oh, well, you're not going to go to sleep because we're going to be doing skits and songs. So I was like, no, don't worry, I'll sleep. I can sleep through anything, really. Plus, I put my earbuds in. I put in an audiobook, and I don't think I was up more than 5 or 6 minutes, and I was out like a light. So, all right. Okay, I'll try to video this as good as possible, but I parked right here. It's called the Elk Pen Trailhead. That's on the Appalachian Trail. Now, we started there yesterday, and we walked all the way up the Appalachian Trail, all the way up here, and this is where the lemon squeeze was, right there. So we hiked up the lemon squeeze, up the Appalachian Trail, and at this junction, we jumped onto the long path. We took the long path all the way up here, and then right here, there was a unmaintained trail, like a woods road type of thing. We jumped on that, and we came over and met back up with the Appalachian Trail. You can see that right there. Then from there, we took this red dot trail all the way down until the junction with the Appalachian Trail and the red trail again. But from there, we took this unmaintained trail for about 1.5 miles through the woods down to the red triangle trail. Then from there, we brought this all the way down and around. It's the Red Cross Trail. Down through the lake and right up to here. Now right here is where I started crashing pretty hard. I had stopped back here and drank a bunch of water. I think I ate a Cliff Bar, and I started crashing. So from there, I was just kind of hobbling. So from there, we came up the red trail and then down on this yellow trail, and then followed this yellow trail all the way out until we got to the shelter area right here, Bald Rock Shelter. That's where we stayed last night, and this is where we are. This is where we're sitting right now. So today, what I want to do is, let's see, I'm debating leaving here and taking this red trail down around and going up, or if I'm just going to go across, kind of take these intersections here, get over into here, and come up, and this is where we parked and finish the loop. Yeah, I'm trying to. But we did 17.5 miles yesterday, and going out today it looks like it's going to be like around 4. So, like I said, I'm going to finish drinking my coffee and study the map a little bit more, and then finally decide what I want to do. So, alright, well, let's continue on our way. Looks like I'm going to change the battery in this camera because it's kind of, I'm on my last bar. So, I'm drinking Starbucks French roast instant coffee. No. I don't like Starbucks, like, to go there. I think it's, no, I just don't like it. But I have to say that their instant coffee is probably the better of the instant coffees I've ever had. So that's why I drink it. So, better than Folgers or Taster's Choice. So, it's a little more expensive, but I'm not drinking it every day. For the little bit that I'm out here, I'm willing to spend the $6 or $7 it is for the pack of Starbucks instant coffee. And one thing too is the Starbucks instant coffee. If you look at like the Folgers or Taster's Choice, you only mix that with 6 ounces of water, and it still tastes like crap. This Starbucks, you mix it with 8 ounces of water, and it tastes pretty good. And I actually dilute it more than that. Do like a cup and a quarter or something like that, just a little bit more, and it still tastes good. So, and I'm drinking it black also. But alrighty, well, once I get all packed up and get on the trail, we'll get back to you. Thanks. Whew. Alright, we just on the trail now. We've been on for maybe about a half a mile now. Was hiking with that Boy Scout troop for a little bit because they were going in the same general direction that I was, but then we split at a turn. We separated ways at a split, I should say. But yeah, a couple of firsts on this trip so far. One was staying with the Boy Scout troop. I interacted with a couple of the Scout masters, not really the kids or anything like that. But one thing that, I'm all for Boy Scouts, everything like that. One thing that irritated me just a little bit is the shelter was there, and it seemed like that they thought they had dibs on everything in the shelter because they were such a big group, and which I get it, but like I wanted to cook water in there, and because it was breezy, this was yesterday, it was real windy, and alcohol stove and wind don't match too well. So I went in the shelter and started cooking my food, and they all were kind of staring at me, which could have been nothing. It could be just me thinking that, for all I know, but that's okay. But we so this morning packed up and we hiked out together for a little ways. And another first that I saw was 2 people sleeping in an E&O double nest hammock. Now, I know the E&O says double nest, but I seriously would not sleep 2 people in that, because that is just a little too much weight and stress on the suspension, I would think. So this is just the trail looking down. But oh, and we could say one other thing that was a first is there's a guy that was hiking. He came up behind me. We just chatted for a little bit, and he said he had to hurry up because he had a train to catch. And I was like, what? But then I realized that that's how close we are to New York City. Apparently metros come up here, and you could take a metro right from the city and come to the woods, which I think that's really cool. If you're to live in the city, you have access like that to the wilderness, you know. So, and I'm liking these trails. It's not bad. This was a pretty good leisure trip. Yesterday I did 17.5 miles. They probably because the trail was pretty. It wasn't no huge strenuous climbs. It was quick little ups, and that was it. Probably the last third of the trip was hiking a lot of old mining roads. So, you know, that was pretty easy hiking. A little swampy in some areas, but for the most part, that was pretty easy hiking. So that's the only reason why I was able to pound out 17.5 miles. So, and my best ever was 18 miles on the Appalachian Trail that time. So 17.5, I'll take it. So, all right. Well, my arm's getting tired, so I'm going to put you away, and we'll bring you back if there's something cool. All right, I'm hiking here, and I'm kind of giggling to myself a little bit because the scoutmasters that I was talking to, they were all happy. They said, oh, they got the majority of their hike done yesterday, so they only had a mile out to the car. And I asked them where they parked, and they parked at Elk Pen, which is exactly the same place that I parked. And I don't know which way they're going, but the shortest way that I can see is about 3.5 miles. So they might be in for a little bit of a rude awakening. Oh man, that's funny. But hey, they're having fun. Like I said, I do not mind the scouts. I didn't mind them being there last night at all. They invited me over to their campfire, like I said before, but I opted to just go to sleep. They said that, they said, oh, you're not going to be able to sleep because we're going to be doing skits and sing-alongs and whatever like that. And I was like, no, I could sleep through pretty much anything, so I'm not too worried about that. So, oh, cool, check this out. This is another one of those iron mines, but look. Oh, this is neat. I wonder if I could go in there without getting my feet all screwed up. Got all this AMD. When you see this rust-colored stuff, it's called AMD, which stands for acid mine drainage. Oh man, crap. Holy crap, look at that. Do you see that? Look at that. That is crazy. Huh. Ah, pretty cool sight. Got a neat little waterfall here. I'd say it's about 15 feet high. Probably kind of hard to get a perspective with the camera. But looks like the trail goes that way. Now you remember what the parking lot looked like yesterday? Maybe you don't. But there was only like 3 cars. Look at it. It's packed. So, well, I guess this is going to be the end of my Harriman State Park in New York adventure. So, I'll try to put all the details in the description below. Please subscribe. It's always free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Apparently, from what I understand, not a lot of people realize that. And if you feel like hitting the little bell to get notifications when I post new content. I really have no rhyme or reason when I do post content, so it's you know, I don't do it like every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. It's when I get to it, I get to it. I'm a busy guy, I guess you could say. So sometimes it takes me a little longer to edit my videos than normal, but Either way, thanks for coming along. We will get back to you guys later, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Take it easy, guys.